Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Today I'm going to be planning for the second week of September 2020 in my Vertical Life Planner. I'm going to use this rainy autumn day kit from The Beautiful Mess and some foiled stickers. So let's get into the kit. So this is a shop that I haven't used before. I have one other kit from this shop that I'm going to use in the next couple of weeks, but I fell in love with the artwork. I love fall and I also love orange kitties, so I had to treat myself to this one. So this kit comes with 8 full boxes and a weekly tracker here. This is the washi. It's a really beautiful autumn pattern on an autumn road. We've got some glitter headers here. These are pumpkin headers and cranberry headers. Those might not be cranberries, but they're some sort of berries. 2 weekly trackers. Then we have 9 checklist trackers. I'm not going to use all of these. I might save a few for next week. There's a full page of full, quarter, and half boxes here with some notes. And of course the art matches the art in the kit. We've got some functional headers, meal trackers, more checklists, another full box, and some really pretty flags that have a fall theme to them. The last page in this kit includes the days of the week and a bunch of really fun lettering headers. I like punch today in the face. I think that's great. So I'm going to try and use as much of this as I can because these look really fun. And another 2 checklist trackers here. I'm also going to be pulling in this gorgeous sheet from Charlotte's Paper Company. This is fall section. And I chose a light gold, might even be called champagne. There are 8 foiled full box overlays here, and I don't think I'm going to use all of them, but I am going to use several, and I'll probably save a couple of them when it's more relevant to later in the fall. That's a nice thing about getting something like this, is you can carry it over for several weeks. You don't have to use all of it at once. I just thought this was a really beautiful iteration of fall overlays. I'm also going to be using these leaf headers from Sadie Stickers. This was a $2 foiled Tuesday purchase. I have these in a couple of different colored foils, but I just thought they were so pretty and that they would match these headers perfectly. Okay, so we'll get into this. This is what my monthly looks like so far. I am filming this on September 12th, and I haven't filled in a lot of things for this week, but it was kind of a quiet week for me. School has started, which I'm very excited about. These are previous weeks. This was a kit from Chic Blossom Prints that I did in honor of my mother's birthday. I still have to fill some of this out. And there we go. So I've done a couple of things planning ahead. And the biggest thing that's happening this week is it's my 6-month anniversary, which is really exciting. So I'm going to be using some fun themes here. It hasn't really hit fall in New York City yet, but I am grateful that the weather is starting to turn and it's getting a little bit cooler. Before I start, I just wanted to give a shout out to my friends on the West Coast who are experiencing the wildfires right now, and some people are being evacuated from their homes. So please keep these people and their families in your thoughts. And I will include a link down below if anyone would like to donate. I do think that's really important, something to think about. Okay, and with that, I am just going to speed things up and come back to you in a voiceover, and we'll go from there. All right, so diving in, you can see I have a lot of sheets to work with this week, and I had a little bit of trouble keeping them all collected together. This washi tape is really lovely, and even though it repeats, it does feel like you're driving down a country road in the fall, so that was wonderful. I'm using Charlotte's Paper Company gold foiled date dots with this kit just to make sure that the aesthetic matched. And I love how this came out. I think it really looks wonderful. And I did accidentally start to put the wrong numbers down, so you saw that earlier, I retracted it. But the foiled date dots, I gotta tell you, they're subtle, but they make a huge difference, and they're definitely more fun to look at. Utilizing that whiteout, which I hate using, but
Whenever I use gold headers like this, or any kind of foiled header, it shows up so much nicer on the page if it's just on white, or if it's on a clean, solid colored header, because if there's any other design underneath it, it can muddle the look of the foil. And I feel like that defeats the whole purpose of putting foil down in the first place. It's just for aesthetic. It holds no other purpose other than to be pretty, and that's okay. But it does mean I have to do a little bit more work making sure that whiteout is in the right spot. And I like to do the headers first so that I can line up the dates easier. It does make it look a little straighter. So I ultimately chose to use this full box that matched the bottom washi because I realized I didn't want it anywhere near the bottom. And then I'm using a beautiful overlay from the kit that's it, or not from the kit, All at Once Summer Collapsed into Fall. It's just so pretty, and I think it's a great transition from summer to fall, which is exactly what's happening this week. I chose these two leaves on purpose because I wanted to put the Fall in Love overlay on top. And I get excited sometimes and I start laying down the full boxes for the rest of the week before I start working on the actual thing I want to plan, which should go to show my state of mind while I was doing this. So this kit came with 2 weekly trackers. I only used one because I'm going to save the other one for next week. And I just put a glitter header in there to do a divide, but I forgot to put the header for what the checklist was for on top. So I ended up being crafty and just cutting the sides of this to clean header and just sticking it right on top of that gold, so or foil, so it's nice, and glitter, oh my goodness, glitter header, so that it's nice and foiled and doing its job. So I'm just putting in a little flag. I was looking for my quarantine stickers from Cricut Paper Co. and I must have just breezed right by them and I couldn't find them, so I sort of gave up and decided to move on to the next thing. So now I'm putting down my to buy, and I decided to use this 3-hearted checklist box from the kit, marking in the medicine that I have to take and my cleaning tracker, which as always is laundry, bathroom, kitchen, floors, dust, living room, and organize. And I had this extra full box, so I decided to use it. I had to trim it a little bit at the top, but I did want to make use of it because it matched the kit so perfectly. Considered putting an overlay at the bottom, but I didn't want to detract from the quote at the top, so I ended up not doing that. I'm just putting the Fall in Love header on there, and that was to partially represent my 6-month anniversary with my husband. So just putting down a today header. And I love all the scripts that came with this kit. It made it so much easier for me to mark down things that I do normally, and just having them all on one page was really handy. So that was my favorite half box from this kit. It had a little orange kitty on it that reminded me of our cat Vinny. So I thought that was appropriate to mark our 6-month. So it's a Once More with Love sticker. It says I love you in the banner there, and I just thought that was so sweet. I cannot believe it's been 6 months. We got married the day after COVID sort of ended everything, and it, in some ways, my friend said this to me. She said, in some ways it feels like 3 months, in some way it feels like 6 years. And I've never been married, so I don't know. I never know what to expect, but it did feel like it caught me off guard just a little bit. So we just had a glass of champagne together, which was nice. Then I marked that I have my live session. It goes from 9 to 10:35 at night. So I have, Monday is a busy day. I do a lot of chores. I do my laundry, take out the trash. I also try and go grocery shopping around 5 o'clock because my husband has a meeting, and so I need to give him some space. But I ended up actually not going grocery shopping yesterday. We did an Amazon order instead, and I went into the basement and did a lot of schoolwork that I had to catch up on while I was doing my laundry. So it was a 3-pronged approach. I had to do research for a paper that's due in it's due in 6 weeks, but I just wanted to mark that I did that research. So for Tuesday, just putting that to-do header with the full checklist. I decided to use the whole thing and just leave a couple of spaces at the bottom for extra things. I put in this, I guess it's a berry full box. I thought it was really pretty and matched with the Tuesday aesthetic. Putting in my simulation sticker from Twin Mermaids and just writing in that I have some schoolwork due. I also have another class on Tuesday nights. This one starts at 8 and ends at 9:15. So thank God. Maybe even 9:10. I'm not sure. After 9 o'clock, I sort of turn it off. That script says messy bun and getting it done. And I'm filming this on Tuesday, September 12th, or 15th rather. So that is definitely the case today. So just put in another full box right at the bottom, and I have, usually this is my easy night because I don't have class, but I also have a doctor's appointment in the city at 3:30, so I just wanted to make sure that I put in space. I'm planning to go to Trader Joe's for the first time since March, because there's a Trader Joe's right near my doctor's office, and I figured I'd take advantage of that proximity while I was in the city. So that's a stethoscope sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co., which I've been using for all sorts of things. That's for an Etsy order from Fox and Pip, which actually came in on Monday. And it takes up a lot of space on Wednesday. But so this is another full checklist. And I was trying to not have it be exactly the same as the previous day. So I added in just a little coffee sticker at the top. I do always relax in the morning before I have to jump start on everything for the day. So I wanted to meal plan so that I could accurately go shopping. I just put in a Happy Mail sticker that was coming for Monday. That was supposed to be from Target and it never showed up. This is my favorite sticker from the kit. It's an orange kitten in a sweater, and I can't think of anything cuter, honestly. So I just put down, I always try and put the Hello Weekend sticker on the page rather than covering the washi. I put another gold overlay from Charlotte's Paper Company. This one says, "Oh fall, it's nice to see you again," with a pumpkin. I thought it matched the pumpkin pretty well. Another glitter header from the kit over the caramel apples. And just marking in, I host a social happy hour every week as a student ambassador, so just marking that in. That lettering says, "That's enough todaying for today." I thought that was very fitting. By Friday, I'm usually pretty wiped, and my weekends are not really weekends anymore. So just putting in another full box. I tried to use anything that I trimmed. That's a decorative header from the kit. But anything I trimmed, I try and use to separate things. And then I realized after I put down taking a walk to Starbucks, I have a class from 11 to 1:30, and I was trying to keep it chronological, so I ended up putting the full box right on top of that checklist, which I don't love doing, but you know, it is what it is. So I just put in movie night, sticker down for Saturday night, glitter header to mark the border, and then put Netflix binge. Although it's actually been Hulu. Sorry, Netflix. My husband and I have started watching Bob's Burgers because we need some humor. So I trimmed this checklist down to make it fit, and I saved that one little leaf. I can use it as an event sticker later. And I actually had 8 leaf gold foiled headers for that week, so I decided to just throw that on top to give it a little bit more shimmer. Thursday is a big homework day for me. I have no class, but I do have class the following day, and I've just had 2 classes a couple of days earlier, so it's a nice catch-up day to really get everything going. I'm going to try and take walks to Starbucks in the morning with my mother-in-law on Fridays, because I have this very long class from 11 to 1:30, and I've been having trouble concentrating in it. It's just a lot of time. Usually my classes are not that long, so decided to put in a full checkbox sticker on Sunday. Sunday is actually when I get a lot of stuff done for school. Just feels like a good day to prep, refresh myself. Just putting in that I'm going to film my plan with me on Saturday. It's a lazy day. I actually just got word that I might be doing something perennially on Saturdays now for clinical hours, so I don't know if that lazy day is actually going to happen, but we'll see. And then editing the plan with me and uploading it. These were things I was supposed to do, I'm planning to do on Sunday, so hopefully I can stick to that schedule. This week I ended up not doing that. So putting in a recycling sticker, just these 15-minute tidy stickers are very clever. I like having them as part of the kit. It's a nice, easy thing to just throw in, and it makes a lot of sense. Just putting in a cleaning sticker from Once More with Love, just to do a deep clean. And so I'm about to transition back into regular voice, but thank you so much for watching.
Okay, so I'm really pleased with how this came out. I think it looks great. I ended up using 3 of the full box overlays here. I considered adding a 4th. I think I'm just going to leave it as is and hold on to these because there are 5 left, which is a nice number to have for another. I ended up leaving some space in the to-do areas, of course, because these things do get pushed around. I have one sort of blank space here on Tuesdays because my class is so late. Really, the days that I would normally have very little to do, I actually have doctor's appointments, I have schoolwork to catch up on, I have several social events happening throughout the week. So I think this is actually a pretty full week considering nothing is going on. This much planning really does help me see the week at a full glance. You can see I did something similar last week. This was just a lot of images on the page. I think that I'm not a huge, looking at this, I like these checklists because they're a little bit more subtle. You can actually write on top of them and read what you're writing. This is almost, it's challenging to see what's actually written out. So even though I had them, I don't think I would get them again in the future because it's just too much. Things change. Like, for example, I'm not actually going to see my mother today because she wanted to do a Zoom from home. And so now I have this like kind of blank space here, but I am filming this now. So clearly there's room to adjust and grow, but I think this is a little bit closer to my favorite kind of aesthetic and more my speed. Thank you so much for watching, and please come back next week and see what else we have. Take care. Bye.